All right, y'all. Let's eat. All right, y'all. So tonight I'm going super country. We're having ham and cheese, potatoes, and some loaf bread. That's how we do it in the South. Just saying. Loaf bread. Show you how I put it together. I got the Rico's cheddar cheese. I'm going to go in with right at half a can. I'm going to stir that in. Alright, then as little or as much cheddar cheese as you want. I'm going to stir in some of it, and then I'm going to top it with some of it. Back into the oven until your potatoes are fork tender, and it's done. It's that easy. Alright, y'all, and that is dinner tonight. Alright, y'all, I can't think of a better way to celebrate Bob's birthday than chicken parmesan meatballs. Absolutely delicious. Let me show you how I made them. It's easy. I promise. Alright, so this is my seasoning for my tomatoes. A little bit of fresh basil, some Italian seasoning, garlic, salt, pepper. Easy peasy, right? I'll have the ingredients down below. And this is for my ground chicken. So, a little bit of black pepper. Just trying to get everything ready so it's easy to pull together. So a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of Italian seasoning, just like what's in the sauce, kind of mimicking each other a little bit. And then, of course, I've got my breadcrumbs. And a little bit of garlic powder. I use powder, not salt, because I like to control the salt. And I don't think you can control the salt in garlic salt. So that is for my meat mixture. Right here, my sauce, getting everything prepped up. We're going to get this Parmesan chicken, ground chicken Parmesan, roasted ground chicken Parmesan. We're going to get this supper going, y'all. Right, we're going to go in with 1 egg. That's 1 pound of ground chicken. We're going in with 1 cup of plain breadcrumbs. And about 1/4 cup of heavy cream. We're going to add in those seasonings. That's the garlic and the Italian seasoning and the pepper. And of course, Parmesan. I like grated Parmesan, just like you buy for your spaghetti, old school. I think it's nuttier. It's my opinion, but I do. So we're going to go in with however much you want. But kind of do need to add at least a cupful because it is chicken parm. I'm going in with my hands. That bothers some people. It doesn't bother me. So here we go. Okay, so I mixed my chicken patty mixture about halfway. I'm going to add fresh parsley, little or as much as you want. And I will have the recipe inspiration link down below for this so that you can, you can follow it directly, make it your own. You can watch me do it my way, your kitchen, your rules. So let me get this minced up really, really good. And then make sure you've got a little parsley to put on top because it just makes it pretty. Alright, going to add a little bit of olive oil. It helps it stay moist and lets it brown up a little bit. So I'm going to mix that through, and then I'm going to patty it up. Alright, y'all, Bob kept looking at me funny off camera, and I was like, why are you looking at me crazy? Is my face going green? What is it? I kept saying patty these up. I'm not pattying them up. I'm making chicken parmesan meatballs. He's still looking at me funny. You know what? I'm only human. Alright, in the fridge these go. I want them to set up a little bit, firm up, and then I'm going to roast them in the oven. And these are meatballs. They're not patties. They're round. Nope, they're meatballs. Okay, so I got my seasonings. That was the basil, the Italian seasoning, the garlic, salt, and pepper. I've got 2 cans of diced tomatoes and about a quarter of a cup of olive oil. And that's because I want that flavor. So I'm actually going to cook these on medium and let them cook down a little bit before I even put my meatballs in the oven. So I'm going to let this cook low and slow for probably 45 minutes or so. I want it to cook down and be just yummy. Just yummy. And right toward the end, I'm actually going to add just a pinch of sugar. Alright, got my cast iron skillet. I love roasting meatballs in my cast iron skillet. I just really do. So, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. Now I've got those meatballs. And we're just going to line the pan with them. A little more olive oil on top. This is a light olive oil, not like a full flavored EVOO. It's a lighter olive oil. So right on top, into the oven, not even going to cover them. I'm going to turn them one time, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. These are going to be so good. I feel it down in my soul, y'all. Alright, so they have been cooking for about 15 minutes. I'm going to turn them one time. See how they've gotten beautiful and brown? So one turn, and that's it. Back in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. And then I'm going to put the sauce on and the cheese on. And oh my goodness. We'll put that sauce right on top. I let it cook down for about 45-50 minutes or so. Just to kind of break down the tomatoes a little bit, not completely. And you can use any kind of sauce. You don't have to use mine. You can use jarred marinara. You can use just plain old crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce. You can use ketchup if you want to. It doesn't matter to me. This is your supper. Right, I'm going to top it with mozzarella cheese. I'm going to put it back in the oven until the cheese is completely melted and yummy and gooey and all the adjectives, y'all. All the adjectives. Alright, y'all. How gorgeous is that? A little bit of pasta, some chicken parmesan meatballs. It's a pretty good birthday if you ask me. Happy birthday, baby. I love you. Okay, so I am going to make a coconut cake for Bob's birthday. And I'm doing this per package directions. It's a coconut cream cake, but I'm kicking it up just a little bit. So I'm going to add the water here. I got the oil in. I'm gonna add the water and egg whites, and I'm going to add a little bit of coconut, about 1/8 of a cup or so, and then some cream of coconut right into the cake or the cake batter, about a tablespoon or so. More or less. Yeah, you hear Ladybird? Yep, that is her name. We got her, I named her after Paula Dean's bird. So I also have a ladybird. She is a cockatoo. She's got a 5.5, 6 foot wingspan. She's huge and she's loud. Anyway, no one's getting killed in the background. Alright, I'm going to mix this cake up and I'm going to get it in a greased pan. Out of the oven. It's cool to the touch. I'm going to poke holes in it. A lot of people say use your the end of your wooden spoon, but the end of my wooden spoon is not round. So straw it is. So we're just going to poke them through here. I love poke cakes. They are so moist. I don't know who invented poke cake, but if you happen to still be around, I don't think you are, but if you are, thank you. We love you. Alright, now you need a can of Coco Lopez, cream of coconut. Shake it. And shake it again. You don't have to do it like that. Alright. Alright, in it goes. Try to get it in those holes, you know, do the best you can. Yum. This is a really coconutty cake. So if you only kind of like coconut, this might not be the cake for you. If you love coconut, jump on it. It always has a little bit of solidified coconut in there, so I'm just going to kind of slide it in the hole there. Alright, I'll show you the next step. Alright, got the cake in the fridge, getting a little bit colder. You need vanilla instant pudding. Just 1 pack will do you. It calls for 2 cups of milk, but you're only going to add 1. Like that. And mix it together. Go ahead and put that pudding on there. Just spread it out. Back in the fridge until it's completely cold. And then we're going to top it with whipped cream and coconut, and holy moly, it's so good. Put this in the fridge, leave it in there for a couple hours, and it's ready to go. Yum. This won't last but a couple days. Not even kidding.